Hello, everyone. Welcome to our show today called NG 英文. My name is John Drummond or Yang Haoen.
Hello， 大家好，欢迎回到我们西平方的节目 NG 英文，我是 Angela。
We have a great show for you today with our good friend Michael Sedgwick, who's known around the Taiwanese community as Michael.
是的，今天我们非常开心的邀请到了专门辅导学生去申请美国大学老师兼 ThinkStep 创办人 Michael 来到我们的 NG 英文节目，跟大家介绍他的教育计划，跟他一路走来呢学各国外语的经验分享。
But before we get to the interview with Michael and I, Angela is going to help us break down some of the cultural differences Michael spoke about, particularly about the differences between in a car versus on a car. Yeah. So take it away, Angela, here on NG 英文。
好的，没问题，John，谢谢你的介绍。那没有错，今天呢，我们要来跟各位谈谈我人在车上的英文要怎么说才对哦。那现在就请大家赶快把 NG cheat sheet 你 NG 英文专属的笔记小抄准备好，我们要开始喽。待会在访谈中呢 ，Michael 会讲到啊，有一次朋友跟他说 "I am on the car"， 让他以为朋友人在车顶上哦，殊不知他朋友只是纯粹想要表达他人在车上。那怎么会这样子嘞？好，来 on 有在什么什么上面的意思。那因为你人是在车子里面，不是在车顶上嘛，所以介系词在这里应该是要用有在什么什么里面意思的 in 讲成 I am in the car， 这样子才对。那你说什么时候可以用 on 呢？好，我们来举几个例子。那些地上有空间大到可以让你走动的大型交通工具，像是飞机啦、火车啦、公车或是客运等等的。虽然我们人也是在飞机里面、在火车里面但这时候嘞就要用 on 变成 on the airplane 在飞机上， on the train 在火车上， on the bus 在公车或是在客运上。那其他概念比较简单，可以根据实际位置来知道说要用哪一种介系词的例子，我们也来练习一下吧。在箱子上 on the box， 在桌子上 on the table， 在椅子上 on the chair， 这些嘞都是很明显是在某某东西的上面，所以用 on， 很简单吧？目前大家听到这里都还可以吼，都还醒着吗？我们来稍微复习一下，在车上，在计程车上，这种没办法在交通工具里面站立走动的嘞，我们说 in the car 或是 in the taxi。那在飞机上啦、火车上、在公车、客运上，这种可以在座位之间走动站立的，我们说 on the airplane、on the train 或是 on the bus。听起来好像有一点复杂，但是别担心啦，只要观念想通了，用习惯了，久而久之就知道要怎么说咯。好啦，那希望刚才讲的这些对你的英文学习之路有所帮助。如果有漏掉没有听到或是写下来的也不用担心啦，可以上我们的 YouTube 频道，随时你想要听几次呢就给他听几次。那如果大家都已经准备好了的话，我们就赶快进入今天的访谈内容，听听 Michael 他的分享吧。
All right. As always, thank you, Miss Angela Ma, for that wonderful NG 英文 breakdown. So, everyone, today our guest on the show is an American who is living here in Taiwan. He is an educator, a lifelong learner, and the CEO and founder of ThinkStep Education, which helps Taiwanese students prepare for the university application process in America. So, everyone, please welcome my good friend Michael. Boom! What's up, my man? Welcome to our show called NG 英文.
How are you doing, John? Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Dude, I have to say, you just became a father.
Woo! Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, I have a 5-month-old daughter now.
You have a 5-month-old daughter, and you are doing something in the entrepreneurial world that everyone dreams of, which is getting a dream to an actual physical product that you have created. So, amazing, first of all, can I say. Wonderful, and congratulations. But what is the current project that you are working on?
访谈一开始，这样提到 Michael 他最近当爸爸了，有个5个月大的女儿 ，a 5-month-old daughter。而且呢，在他忙着顾小孩的同时，他也一边在执行他的创业计划。什么样的计划嘞？等一下各位会听到 John 问说 ，What's the current project that you are working on？ Michael 说这其实这个 project 呢，可以算是他的第2个宝宝，叫做 ThinkStep。 他说呢，这是一个他创立的教育计划，帮助学生准备申请美国大学需要具备的能力哦，像是学术技能跟社交技能 （academic and social skills）。他提到，我们很多学生呢都会误会说，只要成绩好，只要考高分就会进好学校。但其实美国学校虽然也重视你的成绩，算是基本的一个门槛，这个 minimum requirement。不过呢，他们也相当看重你的学习动力、你的领导力，还有解决问题的能力等等哦。因为如果大家都高分的话，每个人在学校看来都是一样的啊，没有什么特别，所以他们会从这些方面去检视、去评量这个学生整体的表现。那这部分呢 ，Michael 说就是批判性思考 （critical thinking） 的一个过程哦。也就是学生会在他课堂上学到的。我们赶快一起来听听 Michael 他的分享吧。
Okay, so thank you for mentioning that, John. So you could say I have two babies then.
Yeah, nicely said,
absolutely.
my man.
So ThinkStep is a program that helps students prepare for the academic and social skills required when applying to American universities. And the reason that's important is because many of the students here believe that, if you have the grades, you can get into a great school. Well, grades are a minimum requirement. With so many kids with perfect SAT scores, perfect AP scores, and GPAs, everybody looks the same. So they look at students' motivations for learning, their leadership capability, their ability to find problems and come up with solutions. So that's the process of critical thinking, and that's what I teach my students.
That's beautiful, man. I think that's a really noble profession that you have dove into here. And I love the name. Can you explain what is ThinkStep?
前面我们提到了 Michael 他创立的这个帮助学生准备申请美国大学的教育计划 ThinkStep。那 ThinkStep 这是什么意思啊？他说从他的教育经验里面发现啊，学生不管在做什么题目，常常呢都会一心想着要马上得到答案，马上得到结果。但是透过批判性思考哦，你知道要去从各个角度去分析，去看一件事情，然后呢才能得到一个最适合的答案或是解决方法。这样呢才有办法去写出具有说服力的论文，让阅卷老师相信你有最好的答案。所以说他把这个教育计划哦取名叫做 ThinkStep， 就是在表达，在呼吁学生要一步一步思考，而不是一股脑的直接从问题就冲向答案。那待会在这段最后，我们也会听到这样讲到这个批判性思考，它其实不止学生受用，我们往后的人生也非常需要这样的技能哦。尤其现在科技发达，常常大家都想要 instant gratification， 想要立刻就获得，想要答案，想要什么，一上网点几下滑鼠就有了。但其实往往 the end result， 那个结果不是最重要的，是中间的过程呢才是重点。
So when I tutor kids, when they're trying to complete an answer for an essay or for a homework problem, they kind of just want to go straight to the final result, whatever the teacher is looking for. That being said, critical thinking, it's a process. You have to go from a question to analyzing multiple perspectives or multiple solutions. You have to be able to figure out what the best solution is, and then at the very end, when you write, you have to write in a persuasive manner to convince the reader that you have the best answer to the question. So ThinkStep, it's a process, one step at a time, and to get to the right answer.
That is beautiful. I love it. It's such a creative little wordplay, but it's also, it's something, in everything in life, and something we notice maybe a little bit here in the day of technology is a lot of instant gratification. They want final results. They want quick results. And I really love how you are focusing on the journey, not the end result. The end result will come because of that. And that makes me think, this critical thinking that you're talking about, it's a great way for leadership and leadership programs. Is that a lot of the motivation that pushed you in that direction?
接下来 Michael 会讲到说，他觉得我们很多学生都是在 passive learning， 都是在这个被动学习。但是他认为啊，其实不管什么领域、什么场合，主动一点都是比较好的。那如果你懂得批判性思考，用不同角度呢去分析事情，你就会慢慢建立出一套自己的想法。那一旦有了自己的想法后嘞，你同时也会有力量，有 power。什么力量呢？ Michael 说你就会更有自信，更主动提出自己的意见看法，进而达到自己的目标。听众朋友，如果你也是一直很有心想要增强这方面的能力，那今天的内容可要仔细听哦。
Absolutely. That's definitely something that I want to focus on. In Chinese, a lot of the students, it's very 被动学习, so very passive learning. And I think it's so important to be 主动 in everything in life. And so that starts with critical thinking. And once critical thinking enables you to have your own opinion, that gives you a lot of power, a lot of self-confidence. And once you have that self-confidence, you can go out into the world and say, I have this opinion, I want to build a team, and I want to lead this project and achieve my goals.
Wow, bro. I must say, I feel you are a natural poet. I would love for you to tutor me as well. So thinking now a little bit about you, what was the inspiration to go on this journey?
在这段访谈中，我们要来请 Michael 分享他当初是怎么踏上这趟旅程，是什么给了他这样的启发嘞？ What was the inspiration to go on this journey? 他说这一切真的是说来话长哦。当初他还是高中生的时候啊，跟很多台湾学生一样，非常认真念书考试拿高分，但是嘞，人际互动上面就相对缺乏，没有什么在交朋友。后来在他进入纽约大学之后啊，发现课堂上很多都是小组活动需要分工合作的，吓了他一大跳，瞬间让他清醒，就是说我要赶快加强团队合作，还有这个跟人家沟通的能力。麦克说从他的学生中啊，他注意到很多我们台湾学生也都是面临像这样子的挑战哦。但是嘞，如果学生永远都是上1对1家教，就少了他们小组讨论或是领导团队的练习机会。他觉得说，学生应该要多把自己放在那样的环境里面，加强人际互动的能力，所以呢，才会创业来完成他这项教育计划。
Well, it's been a very long journey, I'll tell you that. It started in high school. In high school, I worked really hard, looking at the books, getting those A's, and I didn't really spend much time socializing. Once I got to NYU Stern, I realized I was in for quite a shock because so much of the curriculum, so many of the classes required group work. It required teams of 4 or 5 students to work together and solve problems together. And so that forced me to improve myself, improve my communication skills. And I noticed the same challenge that I had with a lot of Taiwanese students here. A lot of, one-on-one time with tutors. That does not improve the ability to talk in a group or be social in a group or lead a group. So that's really the type of environment that I think that students should find themselves in more frequently.
Yeah, man. And I love how you related it to your own life and kind of taking that, I don't want to call it a struggle, but that realization of, hey, I had focused so much on myself and my studies, and now it's time to evolve a second part of me, and that's the social creature that is Michael now. And yeah, man, I think that really gives you a lot of well-rounded opportunities to be the leader you are today.
Well, thank you, John.
Yeah, man, absolutely. So thinking now a little bit about some obstacles, some fun, challenging puzzles you've had to solve here in Taiwan, is there anything you can share with us about what has the process been for creating your own company here in a foreign country?
那目前这项计划进行得如何嘞？在异乡创业想必不容易吧？它的整个过程呢，目前看起来怎么样？有没有遇过什么样的挑战嘞？ What has the process been? Michael 说，就像我们的 NG 英文节目是来谈中文、英文中西方的文化差异，他同样呢也遇到了一些因为文化不同而产生的挑战哦。像在台湾，我们通常都是考试成绩决定未来要念的大学，但美国大学呢，大概光是个人成就 personal accomplishments 跟 personal essays 这个自传就占了申请资料的1/3，所以基本上他们就是要看你的自我表达能力。他说这是他注意到台湾跟美国在教育上很不同的地方。那一个美国人站在中间做连接的桥梁，倡导这样的教育系统虽然是好的，是对台湾人有益的，但是学生和他们的父母不见得了解这一点。所以对他来说，一个人要缩减这中间的文化差距是真的有点困难。但是呢，也是他必须要做到的。
Well, and, your show is based on learning English and the cultural differences between Taiwan and English-speaking countries. That's the biggest challenge, absolutely, for my program. So, for example, the way to apply it to a Taiwanese university is very simple. There's a test score. In American universities, about 1/3 of the university application is based on your personal accomplishments, your personal essays. So basically, they're looking at your self-expression. What have you accomplished and why? What's your motivation? And so that's a very different way of thinking about education. And so for me as an American to promote that kind of program that benefits Taiwanese people, but parents and students might not understand the benefit, it's very hard to bridge that cultural gap. But it's essential for me to succeed.
You know, it might seem like a niche that you found here, but I think it's such a valuable aspect of the culture that you are bridging, and you're allowing that connection between talking to parents every day and kind of convincing them and showing them how to help their students, their children, do better in American universities and in life.
前面 Michael 不断在跟我们强调个人成就和自我表达能力在申请美国学校时的重要性哦。那现在呢，他就要来给大家举个例子。他说曾经在网络上看过一张很好笑的法拉利跑车照，为什么呢？因为他的车牌号码是 2.8 GPA。那这边的 GPA 其实就是你学校在校成绩的平均，好，那平均 2.7 2.8其实是蛮低的。所以他意思就是说，对啊，没错，他的在校成绩确实很低，但是呢，还是照样开了一台高级跑车。Michael 说，这就像他一直在讲的，成绩是很重要，没有错。就算你是全世界最聪明的人好了，但你一样要有其他的技能，要能够把各方面的能力都结合在一起，才有办法呢去建立自己的未来，给自己走出一条路。那我们现在就赶快来听听 Michael 他这段的分享吧。
It's so important, absolutely. And, I sometimes, everyone goes on the internet and looks at, funny videos or photos. And one of my favorite photos I've ever seen is a Ferrari in Texas, and the license plate says 2.8 GPA. And I think that really says a lot because, you can be the smartest person in the world, but that's not going to be enough. You have to have additional skills to be able to create a group, create a momentum and motivation to build something big for yourself and for your future.
Yeah, man, I love that. And it makes me think, step, and when you're stepping, you're going up a stair, you're leveling up. So I really love this analogy of your company now even more. So do you mind then if we backtrack a little bit into your language journey?
在这段访谈里呢，我们要来问问 Michael 他是什么时候开始学外语的他说10岁的时候呢，外婆给他报名了法文课，他学很快就上手了 ，It clicked very quickly。后来他就继续学德文，而且还去德国住了1年。之后念完纽约大学之后，来到台湾，开始在台大学中文。Michael 说他一直都在给自己找精通外语的机会，觉得每个语言都很有趣、很精彩。哇塞，英文、法文、德文、中文，会4国语言呢，也太厉害了吧！听众朋友们，我们赶快来听听他在学语言路上的故事吧。
So my grandmother, my 外婆, signed me up for French class when I was 10 years old. And that's something that I loved, and it clicked very quickly. That ended up leading me to taking German as well. So I spent a year in Germany before I went to NYU. And then after NYU, I went straight to Taida to learn Chinese. So I have constantly been seeking opportunities to master another language. It's just something that I think is a blast, and it's a fascinating journey for each individual language itself.
That's beautiful, man. So English, Chinese, German, and French. Incredible. So thinking about all of that, can you share any tips and advice that has really helped you on your language journey?
接下来我们要来问问 Michael， 他学了这么多语言，那有没有什么小撇步可以提出来跟大家分享嘞？他说他觉得最重要的是要 kick your mother tongue out of your life， 就是要把你在学那个语言呢摆第一，它是最重要的，然后要完全把你的母语剔除在外。什么意思啊？Michael 说，像他之前高中的时候呢，周末会在一间法国餐厅打工哦。那待会各位也会听到他做一个小补充，提到说在美国高中生打工是非常常见、非常普通的一件事。好，他说在那里打工的时候他整个星期六、星期日大概有90%都是在讲法文。后来他就去做一个法文考试，结果成绩出来，他全美排名前10。Michael 说，当时他周末不说英文，只说法文的这招，对他学法文真的很有帮助，让他的法文口说能力呢，远远的超过美国同样在学法文的高中生。
Absolutely. The number one tip that I can offer is to kick your mother tongue out of your life. You have to completely put the language that you want to learn up front. It has to be the most important thing. So I'll give you an example, John. When I was in high school, I worked at a restaurant, a French restaurant on weekends. And for the listeners out there, they might be thinking, what, a job during high school? That's a very, very common thing that American high schoolers have. And so while working at this French restaurant, I spoke French 90% of the time on Saturdays and Sundays. So what happened then? In 11th grade, I took a national French exam, and I placed top 10 in the United States. So kicking English out of my life really helped me propel my French speaking skills beyond the average learner within a high school environment.
That is beautiful. I love, at first I heard kick your mother out of your life. But yeah, that's such a wonderful thing. Kick the mother language. So if you are Taiwanese, maybe Mandarin. And if we are American, yeah, probably English or Spanish even. And getting that out of your life as much as you can to welcome in that new language and that new way of thinking. So great advice. So thinking then a little bit further, I'm sure as you are exposed to so many different languages, do you remember any confusing translations that you or maybe some of your students have had?
在这段访谈中 ，Michael 要来跟大家分享他曾经遇过的一些因为 preposition 介系词它不同用法而产生的误会。他说之前有一次跟台湾朋友讲电话，然后问对方在做什么，朋友就用了 I am on the car 这句话来表达我们中文常讲的我在车上。但是在 Michael 听来呀，反而以为对方的意思是在说他在车顶上，因为 on有在什么什么上面的意思，所以 I am on the car 这句话就让他以为是说，朋友在车子的上面，车顶上这样子哈。那 Michael 说，英文介系词有时候是真的有点复杂，但一定要小心，因为介系词用错了，整句话的意思真的会变得不一样哦。总之呢，要记得你是坐在车子的里面，所以要用介系词 in 讲成 I am in the car 这样子才对哦。
Sure. One of the funny ones that I experience here in Taiwan is I'll call a friend and ask him, hey, what are you up to? And he's like, oh, well, I'm on the car. I'll be right back. I'll call you right back. Just give me a second. I'm on the car. And I'm thinking to myself, on the car? I mean, that means he's literally on top of the car. Have you seen that? Have you ever seen that? Looking down the street? That would be very bizarre.
Yeah,
so
some car surfing.
Car surfing, exactly. So what he meant was, I'm in the car. So it's very important to pay attention to these tiny details. So to sum that up, remember, you're not on the car. You're not on top of the roof. You're sitting in the car.
Yes, that's absolutely right. So unfortunately, it is coming to our last question here on NG Ingwen. And that is, if you could go back to a younger Michael, would there be any advice you give yourself about language or life?
访谈最后，我们一样要来问问 Michael， 他有没有什么话想要跟以前的自己说嘞？他说他觉得 regret， 他觉得遗憾是 universal， 是人人都有的。大家常常都会问自己，那时候如果我怎样怎样怎样就好了。但他很喜欢贾伯斯在史丹佛大学演讲的时候说过的一句话哦，他主要意思是，每件事的发生都有它的原因。Michael 说，要是有早一点学到这个建议就好了。他希望年轻的自己不要害怕犯错，没有什么好怕的。而且再说啦，错误呢，通常都是引导你走向成功的重要关键。
I think about this all the time because regret is something that's universal. It's something that every person has, regardless of culture, regardless of background. People are always asking themselves, what if I had done something differently? And one of my favorite quotes is from Steve Jobs, his commencement speech at Stanford in 2005. And he says that you can never understand your life looking forwards, but you will always understand it when looking backwards. In other words, everything happens for a reason. So I wish I had taken that advice earlier. Mistakes and failure, they're nothing to be afraid of. In fact, they are the aspects of life that most frequently lead to your success.
Wow, and that was so beautifully said. And yeah, I think, like you're saying, you can't always understand what's happening as we journey forward in our lives, but you can look back and you can have a lot of more understanding. Hindsight bias, is that right? Is that what that is right there?
That sounds about right, yeah.
But yeah, mistakes and failure are nothing to be afraid of, as you said. And I think that's, in terms of language, not being afraid to talk to people, to get out there and try new things. And such the poet you are, I wish you nothing but success here in 2020 and looking forward to the next years ahead of you. So where can people find ThinkStep on the World Wide Web?
Absolutely, John. So ThinkStep just recently launched a new website. So you can find that at thinkstepedu.com. That's thinkstepedu.com. thinkstepedu.com.
Okay, thinkstepedu.com. All right, my man. Well, congratulations on everything. I'm so happy that you have a new daughter in this world, and
Thank you.
I can't wait to see her again. I got to see her on, was that Thanksgiving?
Yep, that was fun.
That was wonderful.
She was very sleepy.
She was very sleepy, but she's a sweetheart. All right, my man. I'll talk to you next time.
All right, take care, John.
Bye-bye. That is our NG Ingwen show for today. We hope everyone enjoyed listening to that. Don't forget to connect with us on Instagram or Facebook. You can search NG Ingwen, or you can search NG English ICRT. And make sure to tune in each week, Wednesday morning from 6:30 to 7, and Wednesday night from 9 to 9:30. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
好，那我们今天西平方的节目 NG 英文就到这边告一段落啦，感谢大家的收听，别忘了到 IG 搜寻我们的粉丝专页 NG 底线 English 在底线 ICRT。那大家也要记得每周三早上6点半到7点，或是晚上9点到9点半，把广播调到 ICRT 频道 FM 100，准时收听我们节目哦。那也欢迎大家上网搜寻西平方的攻其不备课程，或者是呢到我们西平方的官网多读一些有关 NG 英文的专栏文章，看看在 NG 英文里面的专栏有没有哪些是大家可以吸收学起来的一些小 paper 哦。我们下次见了，拜拜。